So here it is, ladies and gents, issue number 28 of FREEZE64 Fanzine, which was released in June 2019. It has Mikey on the front cover, which was by Imagine Software and programmed by Tony Pomfret, who we speak to in the actual magazine. So looking inside, we have the contents page, which is the loading page. There's Tony himself. As per usual, we've got our number cruncher there on the side, and we have our found page, which is the intro page, which just tells you a little bit about what's going on with FREEZE64 and also what's going on in that particular, or in this particular issue. Mikey, our main cover feature, which is a retrospective look at the game, and then we also have some comments from our readers with their memories and thoughts of the game itself. So there was Frank Gaskin there, we got Richard Tappenden, we got Petra, we got Jim, we got Dion, we got Tony, we got Graham. Then there's a little kind of homage bit of My Life, which is a homage to Mikey. Diary of a Game Part 3, which is the diaries written by Steve Collins back in 1989 when he was producing the game Badlands, and the diaries weren't ever produced, printed, published until now. So Steve has exclusively provided us with the diaries, and so we're publishing them to show you the making of the game. Bits and Bytes shows the making of Parasol Stars, which Simon Jameson's producing at the moment. Then the lovely Julian Rignall is back with Zapback, and this time he's looking at issue number 9, which was the Christmas special from 1985, which include games like, was it Robin of the Wood, Ball Blazer, what's the other one? Coronis Rift, one of my favourite features. Secret Squirrel, which looks at secret messages within games. So we've got one in Mikey, Tubular Bells, Jet Boys, and Footballer of the Year. Then our Coders Corner, which is Tony Pomfret. So Tony is the guy that programmed all these games, or was part of the programming team for all these games. So Daley Thompson's Decathlon, Firefly, Helicopter, Jugged, Hunchback 2, Mikey, Hypersports, Hyperactive, Hysteria, Rambo, and Roland's Rat Race, all on the Commodore 64. So we find out a bit about Tony himself, how he got into programming games, how he got into the Commodore 64. So here's the part of the level storyboard for Hunchback 2. There's Tony there. Back in the 80s, 1984, I was having a sip of his ocean mug there. There's the games that he helped produce. There's Tony doing a bit of, looks like some late night coding. So it's an extended interview with Tony. And we've got more coming from Tony because we're going to also be doing, in a few issues' time, we're going to be doing Rambo. It's going to be our cover feature, so we'll be back on that. Then there's a Let's Hack feature, which is my usual hacking one of the cover feature games, or the cover feature game. So in this example, it's Mikey. So we look at the graphics, the sprites, and then I give you infinite lives, a level skip. So if you put these pokes in, it allows you to press the Commodore key and it will level skip for you. Stop the false teeth. The Talkies, Commodore 64 games with speech. So I think this is probably the third outing to this feature, second or third outing to this feature. So it features all games that have speech or sampled sounds within them. So for example, we've got BMX Kids, Bomboozle, Chimera, and Jonah Barrington Squash. The making of Escape from the Waste Disposal Unit by Chris Stamp. So there's Chris there. Chris wrote this game for Krypton Force way back in 1985. Quite a basic looking game. I got hold of Chris, and so I asked him about the making of the game, and this is what the feature's about. It's about him making this game, which was published back in 1985. And then we have some pokes, just one page. And then finally we have Marius, who's in my Commodore 64 heaven, showing us his setup and also part of his collection. Marius lives in Oslo in Norway. And then on the back cover we have the Age of Heroes from Cytronic. So that is issue number 28. For subscribers, that comes with, or came with, one of these cheat cards, the Stuntman Seymour cheat card. And just to quickly show you, so that's issue number 28. Issue number 29 is finished, and that will be out in a couple of weeks' time. Man Cave's on the back cover. This is obviously just the proof issue. Let me quick flick through. There you go, not going to show you any more than that. So that's finished. It's going to the printers next week, and then I'm also working on issue number 30, where we're 3 years old, 30 issues in, and we've got an interview with Colin Gresty regarding Comic Bakery, and also with, so this is an old copy, by the way. This has been updated. It's got Martin, now it's got Martin Galway's name on the front cover, because I've also interviewed Martin Galway regarding the music for the game. So anyway, this is now available on www.FREEZE64.com. That's coming in, we should be starting going out in 2 weeks' time to subscribers, and this one will be out in September. So that's FREEZE64.